Welcome to Entertainment, the channel with the most deceptive name in all of YouTube. So today we'll be looking at some of the longest and best combinations that I could find. You rarely get to see really long combinations because the opponent obviously gets tired of being punched for so long, so he starts to move away faster or throws back some of his own punches that ends the combination. But not today, not today. We are going to see combinations that were over 12 punches in just a few seconds. It is awesome. If you happen to enjoy this video, please give it a like and subscribe down below. And make sure to turn on those notifications. Let's get started. Let's start out with the great Muhammad Ali when he fought against Brian London in 1966.
Ali moving in on London. A fuselage of punches by Muhammad Ali. London goes down.
We all know that Ali threw great combinations and had incredible hand speed, so this series is no surprise to anybody. Ali dominated this fight and the fight ended in the third round. It really does look like he's floating just above the ground the way he moves and kind of just floats back after throwing all those punches, which I counted 13 by the way. Then he ends with the right hand and just walks away knowing that the fight is over before London even hits the ground. That is incredible hand speed for a guy that size. Back in 2017, David Benavidez faced off against Rogelio Medina, and we can see this great combination from Benavidez.
Body shot and another body shot, and a left hook to the body, and now David Benavidez comes upstairs and is trying to bring it into the knife of Porky Medina. What a punch, and down goes Medina!
That is awesome. Benavidez throws some heavy shots to start off the combination to lower Medina's hands. Then he throws heavy hands to his head mixed with some quick stinging punches to end the fight. At one point, Medina just leaves his head hanging there, probably thinking that he's already been hit so many times that Benavidez is just going to back up. But nope, he just continued his onslaught. I counted 16 punches in that combination. This is the quickest ending fight on this list, and it occurred in UFC back in 1998 when Vitor Belfort was able to do this against Wanderlei Silva.
Vitor is wearing shoes, so he will not be able to strike with the feet. Oh, he does with the hands though! Vitor Belfort is the winner!
The fight ended in just 44 seconds after Belfort landed 15 punches in this combination, just chasing down Silva, hitting him cleanly with most of those punches. Silva ran backwards, but there was nowhere to go. He got hit with a giant right hand coming in and then just moved back a little bit, but never thought that Belfort would just lunge forward and not stop throwing punches until his back was against the fence, and he knocked him out. Crazy, Silva didn't even have time to throw a single counter. This is another fight that ended in the first round between the winner Chris Eubank Jr. and Ivan Jukic.
Oh, great shot. Terrific right hand. And a terrific uppercut as well. This needs to be stopped. It needs to be stopped.
Eubank is a really aggressive fighter who throws a ton of punches, so he really pummeled Jukic in this fight, but this part was incredible. That was 18 punches that I counted, and unlike most of the other ones we've seen, these are not high-speed punches. This guy just sat down on every one of those punches and they were just destructive bombs. He was just like a robot on a mission to kill, and he certainly did that after Jukic somehow got up from that crazy combination.
Yeah, the cornerman it stood up and the other cornerman got him down.
And he's gone down to another body shot. It's all over.
So this fight just happened a couple of days ago in the UFC in the Dana White Contender Series.
Here comes Pickett.
Oh, beautiful! Oh, he's going more! Wow, he's out on his feet a little bit here. He's trying to survive. Stop that!
Where Jamie Pickett was able to beat Genovan Patty in the second round with a devastatingly long combination. You just saw a 22 punch combination to end that fight. A lot of times you see the ref allow the fighter to go and hit his opponent a couple more times on the ground to make sure that he's really out. But with this destructive combination where almost every punch is landing cleanly and each punch is a power punch, you just have to step in. Patty seemed like he complained of the stoppage, but come on man, you cannot be allowed to get hit that many times without defending yourself and not have the fight stopped. You have probably all seen the final seconds of this fight because it is just a brutal knockout by Ray Mercer over Tommy Morrison, but it did have a crazy combination to end it in the 5th round.
In this fight, and that'll wear you out in itself, just that nervousness.
Mercer with two good right hands. And now Mercer on Morrison in the corner. And Mercer's all over him, and Morrison in trouble.
I just counted 15 brutal power punches that completely knocked out Morrison. This knockout is always on the list of the most devastating knockouts, and with good reason. The fight should have been stopped a little sooner, but if you look at the ref, he really looked scared to get in there because Mercer was swinging with all his power. Luckily, he did miss those last 2 punches where he was putting all his powers from his legs up to his hips all the way to his hands. The great Roy Jones Jr. fought way too long and got knocked out way too many times because of this. And this is another one of those cases where in 2015 he got absolutely leveled by Enzer Macarinelli in Moscow. You always see Jones throwing some crazy combinations, and you will see him later on this list, but you never expect somebody to be able to do this to him. But he was 46 years old in this fight, so he was well past his prime. I was able to count about 14 punches, since that Enzo guy threw some really short quick punches that were pretty hard to count, but that set him up to deliver a crazy powerful uppercut. It sucks to see such a great fighter get knocked out so viciously, and it happened so many times too. The quick-handed Zab Judah fought against Vernon Paris back in 2012, and he was able to show those fast hands in this amazing combination. He was able to throw 17 punches in 5 seconds after delivering that left straight punch that really hurt Paris. At first, it was hard for Judah to land some of those punches because Paris was moving around trying to dodge them. But toward the end of that combination, Paris just sat there, and we were really able to see Judah's hand speed delivering a lot of punches right to his head. Now we can see Roy Jones Jr.'s amazing skills when he fought against Richard Hall back in the year 2000.
Saves the Sugar Ray Leonard, Roberto Duran. I think he's taken enough. Rain Kelly should think about stopping this.
This may be stopped.
Oh, man.
10 seconds remaining.
Oh, that's enough, Wayne, and that's it.
Stops it.
So there were about 16 punches in that combination. This is one of the cool parts about Jones. When you see him stand like that, you know something crazy is about to happen, so you better not blink or you might miss it. And that's exactly what happened here. Why is Hall even trying to complain about the stoppage? You were about to have your head taken off, but the ref saved you, man. Let me just say that this is not really that long of a combination, but it has to be one of the best setup combinations I have ever seen. Almost like it was choreographed for a movie. This was the fight between Donald Cowboy Cerrone and Rick Story, and Cerrone is the master here.
Lightweight champion Eddie Alvarez years ago.
Story's in big time.
Cowboy looking for a finish. Beautiful.
It's really a 4-hit combination that has about 12 punches after that, where Cerrone ends the fight. But that initial combination is the most brilliant thing that I've ever seen in any fight. He throws the first jab and immediately ducks to get that body shot, which drops Story's hands, and then he delivers a powerful left hand to a wide open head and just ends it with a right head kick. That is a thing of beauty, and like I said, it's good enough for somebody to think that it's from a movie. Guys, let me know in the comments which one is your favorite. By my gushing about it, you know that Cerrone's part is my favorite. These long combinations are probably the second best thing about fights that gets you really excited. The first, of course, being the knockouts. Thanks for watching. See you next time.